Alright, Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, to the sincere Shalom to the brothers out there pushing this truth in sincerity. And I pretty much want to get into the topic, well, mostly because, well, pretty much of the topic that there's no new thing under the sun, as Ecclesiastes 1 and 9 goes into. And the need being is because people want to talk about how the world is going mad. My coworkers talking about it, or other people really talking about it. I mean, just literally other people. I'm hearing people on the street saying it as I ride by or as I go to stores and whatever, talking about how the world's going mad and such. Basically, America. There's a lot of people saying America's gone mad, but everyone wants to act like this is a new thing with the women being out of control and men being out of control. And I'm gonna start it off with this. Basically, in today's society of Babylon, these women been gone crazy. You hear about every now and again that certain states, like even like Baltimore, how every couple of years people go mad in this place. Just because you don't hear it, or just because you don't see it on social media every single day, doesn't mean that it's always going to be normal here. Baltimore itself is a nut house in itself. It's been a nut house. All over the U.S. is a nut house. And just because you don't hear reports on it every day doesn't mean it's all peaches and cream. But this is exactly what back in ancient times people was dealing with. You had crazy women back then. Not a lot of righteous ones either, though they were more righteous than women today. But they was always sneaky. How do you think kings fell? From women's sneaky connivingness. You hear how I'm hearing how women are setting up men, even as they were 20 years ago, before I was born, because I would hear my family talking about it. But what these women are doing today is no different from how they was doing back then. You had assassins that was hired by men and women. Because today you have, even back before I was born, you had men that was setting up other guys. How do you think gangs was even made? In gangs, you had your personal assassins going out, as they would call hit squads or hitmen. Those are assassins. Just because they ain't holding a blade, in which they may be holding a blade, doesn't mean they're not assassins. They can hold a gun and be an assassin. So all today's modern society is back in ancient times with what happened back then. That has not been new under the sun. These women are the same as they are back then as far as being sneaky and conniving. They are wicked. The men, same thing. How you have rulers in other countries that do the same shit. It's a revolving circle. So that's why the Lord has put the spirit on us to pretty much be used to this shit. It comes. I mean, when you first hear it, you be like, wow, this really happened. But at the same time, we know in our spirit that, hey, this is not new. Because this is coming back to remembrance of, oh, shit, this happened before. And it has. History repeats itself, as they say. And it is not a lie. History has been repeating itself, and it's still going to keep repeating itself until Yahushua comes back to destroy this place. But the whole point is that this is supposed to happen. People want to act like this is such a surprise, but this is basically the same reoccurring thing every day. And Esau knows this. That's why he lets it happen, because he knows that this is supposed to happen. He knows that this is his wicked society, and he's going to keep letting these wicked things happen. We're being persecuted. We're being persecuted every day behind this. Isaiah 22 talks about how people robbed and spoiled. This is one of them. And just because they ain't being spoiled, being spoiled goes in both ways, really. It could be a good thing. I mean, I won't even say a good thing because spoiled is rotten. But they can be spoiled by either gifts of Esau, or they can be spoiled by the warfare that's going on in this society, because this is all they know. This is what they've been spoiled to. Our people don't know any spiritualness of what they do behind these scenes. That's why they go mad doing the shit they do. There's not a lick of spiritualness in them at this point, because all they know is the carnality of Esau. Esau have rubbed off on our people. Well, technically, even before Esau, our people been doing some wicked shit. Nothing. Sluggy. There's nothing new under all of this mess. And that's why I will keep repeating it. What our people doing is what they did back then. They persecute each other, along with Esau persecuting us. And niggas don't go to question that. These guys, it's no wonder why Esau gets a sick kick out of us. Because our people will put themselves in oppression before Esau does it. But Esau was an add to the cake, add the icing to the cake, making shit worse. But our people don't know anything but being spoiled in this place. They don't get what they want, they have a fit, like little children. What else is new? But that's why this place needs to be destroyed. Because there's nothing but rottenness here. When you look up the word spoiled, it says rotten. And that's when you look at this place, it's nothing but rottenness. They put up this image of a fresh fruit, but when you get your hands on it, it's freaking rotten. There's nothing but tapeworms in there, nothing but maggots. Half the apple half the fruit done fell off. And you just see nothing but decay inside of it. And this is what we have to live up to every day. Every day we come out, we see what looks like a nice place, but when you look deeper into it, when you walk around, you see nothing but despair, misery, selfishness, and people that are broken. And we're not just talking about Judah, we're talking about all the tribes of Israel. All the tribes have been broken, from top to bottom. So yeah, as much as I go into niggas, I'm going into the rest of our brothers and sisters, cause they have their own wicked shit they gotta go through, which we all go through it together technically. Cause who's we're run by right now? Esau, ultimately because the Lord Yahweh allowed it to happen. But you can't go nowhere without Esau interfering with shit. Every day, you try to leave, you try to go out to a different country. Guess what? Esau's right there, knocking on your door for money. Coming back, knocking on your door for more money to get back. So no, it's no matter what you do, it's no matter what our people do, you're gonna be stuck in a rut. That's what I'm saying. That there's really nothing new about this. All this was foretold to happen because it already happened before. It's not like there's going to be something new automatically every time. You think this technology is new? Not really. You had technology back then. And for those that say they don't, then you're a fool. Because for example, you have a pen and paper, you have a notebook. What was before the notebook? You could write carvings on tablets. Oh, where you think they got the word? Where you think they got the tablets in today's technology from? It was from back then. It's the same thing. So everybody talk about how America's crazy, is going crazy. No, Babylon has always been crazy. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This land that you so-called been defending is flipping right in front of your face right now. as it should have been flipping in front of your face when we was in slavery. But that was pretty much all I had on that. So with that, I just want to say Shalom and death to Babylon. And may this destruction of this place be very beautiful, because this is what we're living in is a hypocrisy of this land. Our people are pretty much in the dark completely. We're backed in the corner, far as our people wise. But the elect is out there waking up. The elect of our people are seeing that this is nothing new. Once he wake up, they be like, "Oh shit, here we go all over again." And this is exactly what's going on. We're seeing on the outside view of, for our people to say this, we was like, okay, this is expected because they don't know any better. But to us, we know better. We know that this is actually really nothing new to us. That's why we can handle it better than others. That's why we're able to sit back and laugh at this shit. Because we know better. So with that, I just want to say Shalom and death to Babylon.